Welcome to the Ladies Kickin' Ass podcast, your source of unstoppable energy, inspiring stories, and expert coaching. I'm your host, Tanya Wilson, and today's a quickie, but a goodie, so let's just dive right in. Hey there, badasses. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today, I am fired up. Today, I have been listening to Trent Shelton's podcast, and if you guys haven't listened to that, holy shit. It's like going to church for me. And I've been listening to him because I've been reading his new book, Protect Your Peace. And it is truly such a fun read, and it is so simple to understand, and it makes so much fucking sense. Like, why do we not pay more attention to this? Like, why do we continue to allow things that disturb our peace into our lives? Like, it causes so many issues for so many of us. So I really want to dive into this today. Realize what you can do to protect your peace and to get your peace back, and then how to become this magnet where people are just drawn to you. You know, I think a lot of like the moth to the light, or like the bugs when they're flying around at nighttime when you're sitting out on the patio by the fire. And there's so much truth to that, and it really can be just how you show up energetically. Energy is such a huge thing to me. I often compliment people on that and just saying, "Oh my gosh, I love your energy today." And a lot of people kind of look at me funny, like, the hell are you talking about? But it is so true. First of all, to recognize when people have good energy and to want to surround yourself with people that just vibrate at a higher frequency. I cannot believe the difference it makes in my life when I keep higher vibing people around me, and then I get around low vibe people and I like can't get out of there fast enough. I just want that so much in my life, and to me, that's where peace comes in. That having those high vibe people around you, it just brings so much peace. But I think one of the first things that we really got to start looking at, and this is something that Trent was talking about in his podcast, is like we have to stop playing with our dreams. Like, if you want to go after something, you want to start a business, you want to buy the house, you want to do, you know, whatever is on your vision board. I'm looking at mine right now. If I really want to get all my credit card debt paid off this year, what the fuck is standing in my way? Like, I have to stop half-assing the things I've been working on. Never, at my lady that I go to get Botox, she has a sign in her office that says, never half-ass anything, always use your full ass. And it always makes me smile every time I go in there, because half-assing is something I think that we all kind of say in passing, but I love the ending of that. That's like, give it everything you've got. If I want to get this shit paid off, why am I not giving it everything I've got? Like, fully focus on it. And I think that's something that maybe distracts us a lot, is that we are trying to focus on too many goddamn things at one time. So let's like clear the board, talk about like one or two things that we're going to be focusing on. One big one, maybe one that doesn't require such a large time or focus commitment, and let's get to work. Checking them off one at a time by focusing on them one at a time will happen way faster than if you're trying to check them all off at the same time. I think when we're playing with our dreams, or we're playing with our goals and the things that we want to accomplish, a lot of times it's because maybe you feel like you're undeserving of it, or you're unworthy, or you have this imposter syndrome, or you have something going on around you that makes you feel less than. You got to stop. You were born worthy of anything your heart desires. If it's on your heart, it was put there for a purpose. Go after it. I would 10 times rather go after something and lose my ass than to sit back and wish I would have, because regret sucks. I don't want to regret anything. You win or you learn a lesson. That's kind of the way that I look at things with that. I think another big thing is like playing games. Stop playing games with positivity, people around you that disturb your peace. Stop playing games about, oh, I want this. Just kidding. No, I don't. Or, oh, that's a lot of work. So, I don't know. Maybe next year. Like, if you really want it, go after it. Like, stop playing games in your head. Telling yourself you're going to get it, or are you wishing that you're going to get it? Because those are two very, very different things. The number one way for you to build confidence is to keep showing up for yourself. Be very consistent in the things that you say you're going to do. There is like no such thing as an overnight success and all this shit. I hate that term so bad because there's no such thing. No one sees this dark work or the hard work that they put in behind the scenes. The only thing that gets talked about is the stuff that people see everywhere. There's so much that goes into it for people to become a success at anything. Everything that people are really good at, they really sucked at once upon a time. So you've got to be willing to be really shitty at something for a little while in order to be really awesome at it. I'm willing to do that this year, and I hope you will join me on that. I think keeping negative people around you is also something like we got to stop this shit. Like, I know sometimes it's your family, it's your sister, it's, somebody that you've known for a really long time, but we've been friends since we were 5. But they're kind of an asshole. Like, get rid of them. Don't spend any time around that. It is amazing what happens when you start hanging out and spending a lot of time with people that are very positive, people that love to support your ideas, people that aren't telling you you're crazy for wanting to do something awesome, people that aren't questioning you, that other than, how can I help? It's a completely different life when you surround yourself with these kinds of people. Trust me. And if you look around your life and you're like, shit, I don't know where to find these people, that's what the Ladies Kickin' Ass community is all about. It is full of amazing women that will do just that for you. And if you're wanting something where you're not local to the Phoenix area like we are, create your own table and invite people to come. Stop waiting to be invited. Stop waiting to be included. Stop waiting for somebody to say, wow, you're awesome. Come with us. This isn't Mean Girls. Build your own table. Invite your own people. Invite the people you want to talk to. You never know. They'll probably say yes. You'd be quite amazed how many people that if you just reach out to them, they're like, yeah, I would welcome that. That's really awesome. Thank you for reaching out to me. I have been completely surprised really how simple that is. And it really depends on how you show up energetically. And that's what I want to talk about, because you treat yourself the way this just hurts my heart so much. Let's talk about this again. What you allow other people to say and be around you is a direct reflection of the shit you say to yourself. So if you see a lot of that happening in your life, I want you to start thinking about the way you talk to yourself. I was listening to an Ed Milat podcast and he had Jamie Kern-Lima on there, and Jamie was talking to Ed about how she wished that he would just talk to himself in the mirror and look into his eyes and really just look into his own eyes and be able to say something really nice to himself, to his own eyes. It was so powerful listening to that. It just made me teary-eyed. I get emotional about it, even thinking about it again, because how often do we do that? We say people are talking shit about me, or people aren't very nice to me, or this person's being rude to me, because you allow it to happen because you keep them around. No more of that, sister. No more of that. You don't deserve that. I don't care where you've been, all the shit that you've messed up before in your past. You are not your past. You are not your actions. You are worthy of love. You are worthy to be awesome. You are worthy of all the blessings in the world that you want to have. Your past does not define you, so quit living in it. And if you're around somebody that likes to bring it up to you all the time, you have to escape that. You can't be around that. Because what it's going to do is it's going to tear you down, and it's going to bring you right back to where you were at before. That's not you. It's not you anymore. We've worked too fucking hard to get where we're at now, and we ain't going back there. Deal? I hope that's a deal. I'm looking at you in your eyeballs, and I'm making a deal with you that we're not going back there. You're too good for that. I also want you to think about how you can become just magnetic in your life. What makes somebody magnetic? I'm really fascinated with this. I really want to study this because I know it's a big energy shift. And when you see someone walk into a room that's very confident and charismatic, and they're smiling and they have great energy, or they're really passionate about what they're talking about, that makes them magnetic. People want that positive influence in their life. They want to feel that fire that's coming out of your mouth, that's coming out of your pores, the body language, everything about you. People want to feel that. It's interesting. You're immediately interesting. Even if you're talking about running a septic business, you got some passion behind that, people turn around and start listening to you. It's quite fascinating to watch. The way that you talk about what your hopes and dreams are the way people are going to perceive, one, whether or not they're going to happen, or two, how much you actually believe in them. Let's put some fire in your belly, girl, and let's start believing in the things that we want to achieve. We have to believe in ourselves before we can ever get anybody else to believe in the things that we're doing. Stop looking for validation from everybody else. Lots of times people will value what you're working on based upon the way they feel like you value it. And if you're not very passionate or excited about it, and you're just, I'm kind of doing this, that's their response. And so many people get pissed off about that. But why should they be more excited about what you're doing than you are? They shouldn't be, because you should be showing that to them. Being magnetic means there is just this aura about you that draws people in. It can be your voice. It can be the way you talk to people. It can be the way you make people feel. I know I've mentioned it many times, but my grandmother was the greatest role model of this. She made every single one of her grandchildren feel like they were the most important person in the world to her. In fact, even a couple years after she's passed away, there's still an argument as to who was her favorite grandchild. I know it was me. But all my cousins will tell you the same thing. That's what being magnetic means. It means you leave a feeling in people that make them wanting more. It's not hard for you to stand out in today's world if you put off energy like that, because the energy level of most people is shit right now. Be a light. Be a magnet. You know you've got it in you. I just want to finish this one. I know it's a quickie, but I just had a lot on my heart today after I've been listening to Trent just be so badass about all the things he's been talking about. Check where your intensity is for your life. What are you excited about? If you're not excited about something, you need to get excited about something this weekend. Even if it's a little goal you're going to work on, even if it's building a web page, even if it's taking your kids out to do something, maybe you're going on a date with your spouse, or you got a hot new Tinder date, I don't know. Get excited about it. What are you excited about in your life? You want to bring passion into your life? Start getting excited about something. And if you don't have anything, my task for you after you finish this podcast is to sit down and journal for a minute and talk to yourself about what you can become excited for. What can you live and be excited about in your life that brings intensity to your life? Because I think when you have intensity swirling around you, it's when that magnetic field heats up. That's when people start coming around you. It is amazing when you put your dreams out there, how many people show up. I'm sure you've probably heard, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the person's not scared to launch the business, the product, the service, or advertise and tell people what they're doing, It's amazing how many people show up that want to help you. Again, that's what this community is about. I put one of my biggest dreams out there this last week, and I've got 3 people wrapped up into it right now, and it looks like it might actually become a thing. Something I thought was completely impossible, because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't have the first clue of how to do it, but I was brave enough to tell somebody my big, wild, crazy, stinky dream. I'll let you know if it pans out here, but it's just something that we really have to be so excited and so passionate about the things that we're working on that it makes other people around us passionate, and they want to jump on that train or that bus with you, and they want to ride it all the way through. They want to see it happen. They want to partner with you. People want to help. If you surround yourself with the right kind of people, they will offer to help you every step of the way. And that's what we're here for. So this weekend, go out, be badass, figure out a way that you can live with more intensity in your life. And girlfriend, you're magnetic. So start acting that way. Thanks for being part of the Ladies Kickin' Ass community. Cheers to all you badass women out there. Keep rocking your power, igniting your fire, and making waves in the service industry. If you loved today's episode, please do me a quick favor. Take a screenshot, post it, and tag us at Ladies Kickin' Ass. Be sure to include the link to your favorite episode. Your support in spreading the word means the world to us as we aim to empower even more women. Hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more kick-ass episodes. And don't forget, a 5-star review is the ultimate high five. Connect with us on social media. All the links are in the show notes. Thank you for being part of our tribe. Now go kick some serious ass, lady.